I was a kid. I remember having, I used to cry every single night. It wasn't, well, I'm getting choked up when I'm thinking about this. Black people, when you get into that kind of weather, you just become ashy. It was winter, they had one of these wall heaters. It looks like a radiator. Excited, and you're having a conversation with everybody, right? So I lean on this thing. I'm like, this thing is hot.
Allow me to reintroduce myself. My name is
Youridaincredible.
What is going on, everybody? Allow me to reintroduce myself. My name is Youridaincredible, always representing that incredible apparel. Today is actually the first day I decided to record under lockdown because obviously you guys know that this channel is about, lifestyle working out, predominantly working out, right? Obviously we can't work out, and I'm not gonna do all of those challenges of body workouts and all of that stuff because a whole lot of people are doing it, so I just decided not to do it. So what I'm gonna do today is I'm gonna just tell you a story how I became incredible. It's gonna be a long story, so I'm gonna have to cut it up into episode or segments or whatever it is what you want to call it. So I had to find a place with a nice backdrop, see, in the house. So basically how I became incredible. So the title of this video, as you guys can see, is Why Are My Parents My Heroes? How Yuri became Yuri the Incredible. So Yuri, from Yuri to Yuri the Incredible. First and foremost, I gotta start from the beginning, right? In the beginning.
Before time in the beginning.
Cut! Optimus, one more time!
In the beginning.
Yeah, in the beginning, right? I was born in Congo, DRC. So for those people that don't know, I'm gonna put a picture here that's in the center of Africa, right? I was born in the Congo, DRC, and I made our way to South Africa. When I was still young. I think I was around 7, 8 years old. This story is basically about my folks and why my folks are my heroes. My parents were young, and things happening in my country of birth. We had to immigrate, right? So we immigrated, and this story is no BS. We had to immigrate. And when we were immigrating, this is what my dad was telling me, right? My mom is like, you know what? We have to leave. We've got kids. So like me and my brother and my sister, yeah. We've got kids. We've got to give them a better life and all of that stuff. So we got to leave. So what they did was they got my dad, they got in a car, right? And drove south. Can you imagine this? It's up in the middle, the center of Africa, right? They drove south. They drove south with no map book, with no GPS back in the days. You guys can imagine that. And this is a story that my dad told me. He told me that his compass or his map book or his GPS was the sun. So it would be like, the sun sets this way, I'm driving south. He drove for days, they stopped in Zambia, they stopped in Zimbabwe, they stopped the whole, there was a journey with kids in the car. Like that's my little sister and I believe my little brother, I think. So they drove and they made it to South Africa. Watch this, catch this. They had to make a sacrifice. So they left me and my older brother back in Congo. So we were in Congo and they came to South Africa. I was a kid. I remember having, I used to cry every single night. Like, when am I gonna see my folks? When am I gonna see my parents? It wasn't well, I'm getting choked up when I'm thinking about this. It wasn't like now where you can, phone call away or message away or whatever. It wasn't like that back then. You don't hear from each other, you don't see each other. So almost a year, I think it was a year. Whatever, my timeline could be wrong because obviously I was small, I was young. So it's me and my brother. Shout out, boy. He stayed at my uncle's. We appreciate that. We appreciate them. They gave us everything that we needed, shelter and food and all of that stuff. School we went. I appreciate that. But then every night I used to be in a ball and cry. Just like, when am I gonna see my folks? That was the first experience, I think, that kind of made us tough. Like I said, this is a story about them. They drove all the way over here. Here I'm talking about South Africa. Just imagine this. you probably like 30 something years old. I should have done my research before I started this video, but it doesn't matter. I'm in the video right now. But anyway, just picture this. You 30 something years old, you know, mid-30s or whatever it is. You've got kids, you up and leave, you go to a country, you had everything, good job, house, stable and all of that stuff. You go to another country, you absolutely have nothing, no job. So you're living by hope, right? Living by hope. So that's why, you know, the saying that says behind every great man behind every great man there's a great woman. I think that's what the saying goes. My mom was on her knees praying every single day. You know, I gotta see my kids, you gotta get a job and all of that stuff, praying, you know, willing my dad on as to go to companies to drop his CV, his resume. You can't be sending it like emailing it or whatever. I think you could fax it, or you just had to drop it, knowing that time is ticking and he's got kids that he left back at home in Congo. You know, every night I'm sure they were crying, we were crying. It was just like, it was tough. Starting over, can you guys imagine starting over? I think my mom was like, you know what, we don't have anything but screw it, I want my kids here. We in DRC, Kinshasa is like it's a tropical, I mean it's Congo, it's tropical, it's hot, it's sunny. One day we get a ticket, we'll be like, yo, we're going to South Africa. My dad managed to round up some money for his kids to come to South Africa. So we get our passport done, we're excited and all of that stuff. So we're in this hot country, you know. I remember this like it was yesterday. My aunt dressed us up, you know, like a nice t-shirt. I can't remember what I was wearing, but a nice t-shirt, shorts, you know, new sneakers, you know, you're gonna be on the plane, you gotta look good. Got a softer haircut. Me and my brothers like, yeah, we're going. We had a chaperone. We had I'm sorry, ma'am. I don't remember who it was. Maybe when my parents see this, if they watch this, they'll be like, man, it's that auntie. How can you forget? But anyway, right? So we get on the plane, excited and all of that stuff. We get to South Africa. You know, we're wearing shorts, we're wearing t-shirt. And the door of the aircraft opens. We step out. Bang! What that is now, I didn't fall. The middle of winter. It was June in South Africa. And it was freezing. I come from a hot country where when you sit, you sweat. Like right now, I went back to Kinshasa last year, and me sitting like this, I would be like in a puddle of sweat because that's how hot it is. So now I'm used to that. So I come here, just a slap on my face, bam! It's cold. And for those people that know, for black people, when you get into that kind of weather, you just become ashy. I walk into like, it looks like somebody took like powder and like I just ashy as off. We're like, freezing. At the time, the airport wasn't the way that it is. Like this is all our Tambo International. I'm gonna have like, for those people that don't know what it looks like, I guess Google it, or I'm gonna find pictures and then I'll put it. It looks nice right here, bam, here. See, but it wasn't like this. It wasn't like that at all. It was more like, so now we're walking around, we're freezing, waiting for my dad. You see the car because obviously they drove with the car. It was a Land Cruiser that they drove to South Africa with. See the comic side, and my dad is in a purple suit. Was it a purple suit? Yeah, it was in a suit. My God, in a suit, it comes features. I'm like over the moon. We drove to one of my friend's house. Yo, shout out Greg. We drove to the house. It was winter. They had one of these we call them oil heaters. It looks like a radiator. I don't know what it was. So you know, you're excited, you're telling stories like, oh, well, I don't know if you know stories, but you're excited and you're having a conversation with everybody, right? So I lean on this thing. I don't know what it is. I lean on this thing, but no one knows this till today. I lean on this thing. I'm like, this thing is hot. It just burns me. I'm like, oh, what the hell is this thing? But I found out it was one of those heaters. Long story short, we get home, being with everybody, being in the family, being with my dad, being at the time, he still didn't have a job. You know, he still had to pay rent, he still had to provide, he still had to do all of that good stuff. Not good stuff, things that you have to do, right? He didn't have all of that, you know, and my mom made sure that we wouldn't go to bed on an empty stomach. She would make the nicest food and all of that. So shout out moms. Look at it. Just think about this. Look how big I am. It just shows. I mean, I'm not malnutritioned. We used to have everything. So this is the first half of the story. For those people that, you know, that thought this guy's got everything. He was born with a silver spoon in his mouth. You don't know what the I don't usually swear, but I had to. If you guys want to know what happens next, you gotta like and comment. Tell me if you guys want to hear the story. Keep hearing the story, because I can see that I've been talking for about 13 minutes to be exact. So I'm gonna leave it as that. We're gonna see what happens. So if you guys like the story of how Yuri became Yuri the Incredible from the beginning, then let me know. I'm gonna carry on and we'll just have story time with the Incredible. If you like this video, please like, comment, share, and subscribe. Tell me if you want to hear the rest of the story. I'm gonna break it up. I can't tell you the whole story. I'm gonna break it up. Just me telling my folks I am proud of you guys from nothing, from having nothing and still getting out here. And look at me now. You know, so proud of you. If you like this video, please like, comment, share, and subscribe. You are who you say you are. You're the Incredible is out. Peace.
Allow me to reintroduce myself. My name is
Yuri, the incredible.